Greetings, friends of the path. I hope all is well. It's time to explore the continent, starting with the lovely swampy area of Velen. The decor could be improved, but alas, this is where we will spend a lot of time.
Hearing shrieks like that and smelling the ashes of burning homes must be the work of the fantastic Empire Nilfgaard.
It's known as one of the poorest realms on the continent, as it contains hardly any natural resources and is covered with monsters, bogs, and bandits. Surely you lads will be able to find some contracts.
No worries there. We shall find an abundance of fools and work here, but we cannot forget the main reason that we are traversing the countryside. It's your path, Lambert, at the moment. I believe it's past time that you redeem yourself.
I hope that you remember that I killed the griffin as you sat on the sidelines. Anyway, let's get on our way. I can smell trouble brewing in this town already.
It's quite saddening to see all these lands in a state of disarray due to the invasion of the Northern War III. These places used to be a lot more lively, and even the capital city of Velen was home to the famous Aretusa Academy.
Don't forget Radovid and his witch hunts. Man is a real whoreson during this time. Only a fool decides to conduct a full-stage war on the singular premise against magic.
Nasty little bugger that one is. I can't wait to see what he has coming to him in this storyline. If I could get my wee hands on his gullet, I would teach him a thing or two.
All in due time. Now I am sure Flower Boy is about to give us a full lecture on the deep history of Velen.
Funny that you mentioned that Lambert. Following the devastation brought by the first phases of Northern War III, it became known as No Man's Land, characterized by depopulated wastes overrun with armed men of all stripes.
Dandelion. I believe Lambert was attempting to be, snug and sarcastic. No need to open all this information like a wiki page on the first journey. We will have plenty of time for knowledge to be dropped within the next few episodes.
If that is the case, this videographer should do a better job at uploading these films more consistently. He has turned into George R. Martin, attempting to write The Winds of Winter.
Well, to be fair, it takes an excessive amount of energy to conduct the ripples of magic needed to create this illusion of Geralt's memories, much less the recording. I'm sure there will be more uploads coming, as long as people are enjoying and expressing their opinions on it.
Fair points there, Lambert. We could let our little Dandelion discuss the magical background of Aretusa, though. I could use a little drinking tale on the road.
Very well. Go ahead, Dandelion. Soothe us with your knowledge.
Oh boys, you will not be disappointed.
Move it.
So according to the books within Oxenford, Aretusa was founded by Clara Larissa de Winter, a master of fire sorceress, in 839. Only the 12 wealthiest families in Redania could afford for their girls to attend, as a yearly tuition of 1,200 Novigrad crowns, along with a 200 crown application fee for new adepts, was quite substantial. Now to the juicy stuff that Geralt was there for. Vilgefortz summoned a Grand Mage's Conclave to be held on the same island as Aretusa. Now this is when a true tragedy occurred.
Hang on to your quill, Dandelion. I believe a challenger is approaching. Finally, some action.
Oh man, this is going to be a clash for the ages.
Halt! Stand and duel! I challenge you!
Boots a bit big, maybe? Careful not to trip.
Halt, I say! I am Ronvid of the Small Marsh, bound by a sacred oath.
Oh, that's rough. My sympathies.
To honor Maid Bilberry, fairest of all maids I know, by dueling 100 knights to the death. Now, draw your sword post-haste, for I've 99 left after you.
Is this guy serious right now?
Why are you challenging me? Don't recall doing anything to offend the Maid Bilberry.
Well, why? Then swear. Swear Maid Bilberry's the most loveliest of all.
Oh, Lambert, you better say it.
I've never laid eyes on her.
Aha! Ah! I shall wash your scorn away with thy blood, fiend. Stand and fight.
Oh boy, I know that we aren't supposed to play with our food, but this is just too delectable to resist.
Not going to lie. I believe that I had a little fun with this one too. Though, I will commend you for taking the high path at least.
You'll never learn.
Figured you'd just say, let's fight then.
Well, that takes care of the potato night for the moment.
Had enough?
Yes, luck stood with you. But the next time we meet...
Go back to Maid Bilberry and apologize for being an ass. Quick, before I change my mind and break your bones.
we shall meet again.
And just like that, Lambert has already made his first true adversary of the journey. I am sure that he will be scarier in events to come.
Just remember, if I die to the night of potatoes, I'll haunt you as a wraith, Zoltan.
According to my journal, his official title is Ronvid of the Small Marsh, but I will annotate him as the Knight of Spuds, in your variation, Lambert.
Careful there, pal. You keep that up. You and I may become acquaintances by the end of all of this.
You both can hug later. We got to get to that village before we lose daylight. Admittably, night is beautiful in its own way. But Lambert and I are the only two who can see decently in true darkness.
Well, we might as well talk to her.
Have mercy. Take pity on an old woman. Wait, you look awful.
Hey now, this peasant lady is already my favorite person in Velen
Help an
based off
old
that
feeble
insult.
Woman.
Pure gold.
What's wrong?
T'other night blasphemers pox take and profane the shrine to Verna the Merciful. The shrine's gotta be repaired, else Verna will take umbrage. Our cows will croak, kitties will be covered in warts, and our dogs will get the mange.
Warts and mange? Sounds dangerous. Fine, I'll help you.
That's some riveting stuff right there. Haven't seen a display of strength that noticeable in forever.
What can I say? I am a witcher of the people.
The good gods have sent ye to me. Someone to repair their shrines from this day on.
Look, already got a trade. I'm a witcher. Restoring traditional roadside structures in wood, just not my specialty.
Fighting evil, that's a witcher's calling. And vandals are worse than beasts.
Fine. I see any damaged shrines, I'll take care of them. Won't go out of my way, though.
Nothing's out of the way in these parts, and the gods will guide ye. You look awful.
Really again, lady? Never insult the hand that picks up your statues.
Well, to be fair, she was clearly insulting your facial features, so I think it's permissible, based on that, saying,
Hey, Dandelion,
yes, my lovely best friend.
could you please find something else to blab about other than my face? Like, for instance, the grate.
Oh yes, the conclave. How could I forget? Thankfully, majority of the students were moved out of the castle to make room for all the mages in 1267. This is where we can get a first-hand account from Geralt.
I will after this conversation. Lambert is about to start his first contract real soon, and it's a messy one for sure.
Let's take a little peek inside the chest before we do, just to ensure he won't hide any gold from us.
You've food to eat. Come inside.
Looking for a hunter named Neelan.
Found him. What do you want?
Hear about your notice. I'm a witcher. When do you last see your wife?
5 days passed, 'fore dawn. On my way out to hunt, she were asleep. I come back, found no sign of her.
Notice anything strange? Maybe her behavior?
No, she were her happy, smiling self. Nothing different than late. She's not run off, if that's what you're asking.
Maybe she went to the neighboring village, forgot to tell you.
No, my sister were never gone this long before.
Tried looking for her?
Asked round the village, none saw her go. She must have left when they were still sleeping. Told her time and again not to wander off on her own. She never listened.
I mustered some men folk to scour the woods. Nothing.
I'll look in the woods. You might have missed something. Ask around, too. She have any friends?
Hannah keeps to herself mostly. Watches the blacksmith's young'uns at times. And in the village, Glenna, the butcher's wife, she likes her best.
Thanks. I'll try to find promises.
Let us mourn in peace.
I think I got this one figured out.
Maybe I should let you do the contracts for now on Zoltan. I think I can learn how to drink strong drinks and play Gwent all day long. Anyways, on to speak to the villagers.
Greetings, you Glenna?
Aye. The gristle and marrow is all I'm willing to sell, and you'll have to wait till I'm done carving it.
His wife?
Butcher? Please. Might have called him a butcher when we lived in the shade of Novigrad's walls. Now he deals in carrion, fallen animals. Their bones still fit for soup. So, buying something?
Wanted to talk to you about Hannah. Hear you were friendly.
She come by at times? We'd talk?
She seems strange lately. Any idea where she might have gone?
Strange. No? A cheerful soul always. If I'm to judge, it's the wolves got her. Been howling the nights through lately. Even the Baron's men are feared to come by. Hannah must have gone to the wood to gather mushrooms, maybe. Strayed too deep and the howlers got her.
Thanks. Farewell.
Wolves, eh? I find that hard to believe. Onward to the next villager.
Hey, Dandelion. Look, it's you in the future. I bet you can't wait to spin the kiddo some tales.
I could tell some stories that involve a unicorn, but they aren't made for this audience.
Anyways, about the coup.
Right. Well, I guess I can give you a crude summary of the events that occurred. Essentially, Vilgefortz planned a Thaned coup, in which he allied himself with Nilfgaard. This coup was extremely successful, as Emir crushed the Brotherhood of Northern Mages, and even tried to convince me to join him before the travesty occurred. I could never leave Yen anyway, but he did his best job of convincing me. Truthfully, it was pure chaos. Not only was the clash of the differing factions of mages, but the Skoya Tel was smuggled in underneath the castle. You just have to love politics, don't you?
They say we are supposed to stay out of politics, but it's almost impossible to do.
Wow. My dad used to make swords like yours. Can I touch it?
It's sharp. Better not. Need to talk to your father.
I forged swords once. Now it's sides and O's. For good arms, you'll need to go to Novigrad.
Wanted to ask you about Hannah. Heard she looked after your children.
Aunt Hannah? Do you know where she is?
No, that's why I'm here. She maybe tell you where she was going, or anything else?
She said turnips are healthy and we ought to eat them.
Forest, with another lady. It was dawn almost. I'd gone out so I wouldn't wet the pallet.
The forest? She's done for.
Why?
A huge pack roams the area. None from the village dares go in the forest. Neelan's only one not afeared, but then he's a hunter.
Did you get a good look at the other woman? Know who it was?
No. She walked in front of Aunt Hannah. I couldn't see.
Thanks. Farewell.
To the woods, I see. To find this large pack of wolves, supposedly.
For sure. I see that you already got a head start on taking some potions and decoctions. Smart, even for a simple-minded lad like yourself.
I learned from the king of simple-mindedness himself. I can almost absorb all your knowledge with you beside me.
Yep, that one is going into the next novella. Great piece of banter there. Couldn't have said it any better myself.
Shut up, Dandelion.
Shut it, flower boy!
Well, oh my. Something we all can agree on for once.
Sadly, this is the truth. Listen, I was once in your shoes. A renegade who always butted heads with my allies. I know it's easy to be distracted, especially given the circumstances. But you cannot forget, there are many obstacles ahead, and butting heads with each other will not accomplish anything. Do not be brash. Be gentle. I know you, and I know this goes against your nature. Just trust in me.
Hello? You still in there, Lambert? I know that we agreed for Dandelion to be silent, but we never said you had to be. Are you all good?
Yeah, Wolf, I am good. Just in my head a bit. Anyways, I hear the wolves in front of us. Time to go clean them up.
Witcher?
What are you doing here? Shouldn't be in the forest alone.
I came to tell you. You needn't look for Hannah. She'd have returned long past were she alive. I'll pay you twice Neelan's pledge. Just tell the man his Hannah's dead.
Don't want to know what happened to her?
Sure. In Velen, you're gone as long as she's been. You don't come back. Hannah's dead for certain. Neelan ought to accept his loss. Move on with his life.
Strange. People usually prefer to know the fate of their loved ones, whatever the cost.
What good will it do? I'll not get my sister back. And Neelan's all I got left. I can't lose him too. And, well, he'll not rest till he avenges his Hannah, even if it eats up his life. The man deserves better.
Sorry, not in the habit of leaving jobs undone.
Folks speak true about you Witchers. You're heartless beasts.
I have a feeling the heartless beast is the one that just walked away from us.
No man did this. Cuts, made with long claws. Flesh torn clear off. This is getting interesting.
Nothing such as a cut and dry contract is there, Geralt.
Claw marks.
Seems to me that we
Deep.
got something peculiar walking these woods.
If a contract seems to be going from one end of a line to another, you better run. Either you are about to get jumped, or the hells have frozen over. These days I lean toward the latter.
Must be Hannah. Smell of a rotting corpse. Torn to pieces, literally. Blood spattered all around. Werewolf. No doubt about it. Gotta be careful. Blood and paw marks. Wonder where they lead. Shit. Climbed the tree. I can't get up there.
A
Maybe
werewolf
find
in a
something else
tree?
on the ground.
That's certainly some nightmare fuel right there. Hopefully its den is nearby. I imagine by the smell of crude blood and sweat, it certainly is.
Tuft of fur. Whatever lost it hasn't bathed in a while.
You don't have to have the senses of a witcher to smell that thing. Good lordy.
Here we are. Geralt, you protect these two. I am going in.
He cares about us with that cruel, sinister, blackened heart. Never thought I would see the day.
Yeah. I am a knight in shiny armor, blah blah blah. Just don't go spreading it around. I have a reputation to live up to.
I believe that's all you can find in there. Come back out and find the rest of the clues.
Blood's just barely dried. He was dragged here. Wonder where from.
Here we go, Geralt. I will take care of it with no issues, don't you worry. You just keep the other two close to you.
Use the spin attack.
No! Stop! Don't harm him!
What in the hells is she doing here?
Think we need to talk.
It's Neelan!
Lycanthropy can afflict anyone, but it is a curse, so sorry, but I have to.
You don't understand! I love him! He was near to being mine till you came along! Go away! Leave us be!
Not till I find out what's going on here.
I love him! Always have! Even after I'd learned his secret.
You knew? Did you know I shut myself in here to wait out me change?
I knew, and I didn't mind. But you chose Hannah. I wanted her to see you. I wanted her to fear you. She'd not have stayed. And we could be together.
You brought her here. That night. 'Twas the reason I had the taste of blood in me mouth come morn.
I did it for us. She was to see you turn, not more. I didn't want her death. You've got to believe me.
I don't. And I'll kill you willingly. First time for that, in fact.
She has to pay her dues. She is just as much a monster as he
This
is.
is between the two of you. I refuse to meddle, but cross my path again, and I will kill you.
No! Mercy!
You had no mercy for your sister. I'll have none for you.
Told you I'd kill you.
I knows well what you said. Do it.
If you want death, find some reins and a tree with a strong limb.
Wouldn't work. Couldn't do it. Always been a coward. Do it. Please.
Man wanted to go out honorably. You have to give him some props for that.
Looks like we have another beast to eat the other. Let me take it out as you say our farewells for now. We need to run back to the village and explain what happened.
Fair enough. All. We must go for the moment. Fear not, as we will be back before you know it. The path awaits, and it's only getting more interesting by the second. Farewell for now.